What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to you with a quick video. Today we're going to talk about Jerami Grant possibly getting the extension with the Denver Nuggets as he is a free agent and he came off a great playoffs and seeding games, and it's going to be interesting to see what the Denver Nuggets choose to do with him. And that's what we're going to talk about. A guy has shown that he can do what they asked him and needed him to do coming into this offseason. They made a trade for him that a lot of people thought could be interesting. A lot of people thought that could work. A lot of people thought, could be a great fit, even though they had guys like Paul Millsap and they was bringing in Michael Porter for this year after he missed it last year. And, people thought, will he have the opportunity? Will he have the time? And at the same time, what can he bring to this team? I liked how he played in OKC. I was a fan of his. Like, he plays hard, he plays defense, he can block shots, he can get steals, he can rebound. But he wasn't the greatest shooter, and he was showing development and signs that he can possibly get there. But those are the type of guys that are valuable. And once they made the trade, I was so excited and so happy for him because that's a guy that they needed, a guy that wants to defend, wants to go, guard the best guys, able to switch and guard multiple positions and still get out in transition and still hit spot up threes from time to time, but also drive and, make some decent passes from time to time. And Denver didn't have that. They had guys that can score, guys that can, defend one position, but not a guy like Grant. And I was happy that they knew that this team has been pretty decent, especially in the regular season. And this is a piece that we can, have that can help us get to another level, which they ended up doing, getting to the Western Conference Finals. And now it's just more or less trying to see what other pieces they can put around Murray and Jokic. And Jokic has shown that he's one of the top 10 players the last couple years, being able to stretch the floor and pass and rebound and knock down the jumpers and the free throws. But Murray took the leap that they needed him to take. They paid him a max contract, and he wasn't even an all-star caliber player when they did that. And now you can say the complete opposite because he played like one when they needed him the most, and that's in the playoffs. And that's when he elevated his play. And without him playing the way he did, this team doesn't get to the Western Conference Finals because they needed that to beat Utah. They needed that to beat the Clippers, and some people didn't even think they can beat those two teams, and they was able to get it done. And you also got to give credit to guys like Gary Harris, who came back and was able to defend and score, but nobody can do what Grant was doing, and he helped them win games even against the Lakers, a team that, people thought would sweep them. And he had one of the biggest games of his career, and it was him doing the little small things that glue guys do, knocking down shots, getting to the basket, playing off the stars, and being able to absorb that, but also give it back when it's your time. And he did that, and he knew it, and they needed him to do it. And that's a role that we didn't think he can fill coming into this season. But with his growth and his development and his work ethic, he was able to show that he's more than just a guy that can defend. He can impact the game in multiple ways. I'm not saying he's going to be a 25-point scorer, but he is great at what he does. And if he continue to have that mindset, he can really be a weapon for this Denver Nuggets team, and he fits right in. I think that's the best part about him, being able to play his game, being able to grow, being able to learn with a team like this that's young, that's around his age group, and a team that need him. And I think that he picked the right time to step up. And even though they didn't win the whole thing, they did take a step forward and they did go further. But they also have a lot more talent on this team, like the Monte Morrises and the Michael Porters and the Bobos, that we don't know how they're going to be. We hope that they can be special. They look like they have great futures. But if they have the work ethic and they get the opportunities and they play unselfishly, this team has a great chance to win a championship. And they showed us what they can possibly be now. But, growth, work ethic, and great bill of health can really do this team some justice in the future. So we're going to see what they do. We're going to see how they operate. We're going to see how things turn out within the next 2 to 3 years. And hopefully Grant can be a big part of that, honestly, because, he can sign a 5 year extension now that he played a whole season with Denver. And he's not a $20-25 million player, but he's definitely in that 16-18 million dollar range. And if I was Denver, I would definitely look to bring him back, because it's not one player on his roster that can fill and do what he can do. And that's why they brought him in. That's why they traded a pick for him. And he showed that he was worth it, and he showed that he's willing to grow and improve. And that's something that allow you to think, well, we got to bring him back for a couple years, because he showed that he fits. And he showed that he has a chance to add a little bit more to his ceiling. And I'm not going to complain about that if I'm the Denver Nuggets. So we're going to see what happens at the end of the day, and we're going to see what they do. But he's going to have pursuers. He's going to have guys and teams that's going to want him on theirs, just because you need a guy that's not afraid to guard the LeBrons and the Kawhi Leonards. Is going to put maximum effort on both ends of the court to make them work and make things tough. And guys don't really take pride and really want to play defense, but at least he's shown that he does and he wants to, and he's not afraid of the guys that he, has brought to Denver for. And one thing I like about him is that he plays well off the two stars, being able to drive and get in transition and knock down spot up threes. And sometimes he can be amazing, sometimes he can be inconsistent, but it is a tough shot to master, and it's a tough shot to hit consistently. So you get hot and you get cold, and it's the furthest shot away from the basket in the game, which means it's the toughest. And he's been able to be decent at that, or at least a threat that if you don't pay attention, he's not afraid and he doesn't hesitate to take that shot. And that's all you want him to do. Becoming a 3 and D guy was essential for his longevity in the league, and essential if he wanted to get paid in this league. And he has shown significant improvements in that area too. That's another testament to his growth, his development, and his work ethic. So now it's just about figuring out what they're going to do. What are we going to do to get this team to the next level after we possibly sign Grant? And once we take care of him and see what we're going to do with Paul Millsap and Michael Porter Jr. in those roles, and seeing the development of Bo, who has actually got some playing time and actually shown some things and some signs that he can possibly be a legitimate NBA player. And we're going to see what happens with that. And we've seen the growth and the development of Monte Morris playing actual minutes in the playoffs and being pretty productive for his age and his role. So the Denver Nuggets got a lot of things going. And remember, Will Barton was gone. Gary Harris wasn't even healthy throughout the whole playoffs. And that's another thing that you can look forward to seeing develop in the future. So they got some good promise. They got some interesting things that can possibly happen to them. And now we're just going to see how it ends up turning out. But hopefully they don't make the mistake trying to save money and trying not to be safe, and try to get this guy locked up long term, and then trying to find a way to continue to build upon what they've been doing the last 4 years. So, that's all I got to really say. Resign Grant, give him 16, 18, maybe even 19 million. You don't want to lose sight on a guy that fits the culture, fit what the team is about, fit well with the stars, and also show signs of improvement consistently each and every year. So don't shortchange yourself. Pay the man and do right by him, because he has done right by you. You made the gamble to trade a pick, to take a gamble on him, and he fit it perfectly. And he gives you what you need, and he gives you with something that you don't have, so take care of him. But other than that, check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description, comment section below. Check out my website, now my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Not only like on Facebook, but check out my Spreadshirt. You can buy merchandise on there. You can buy cups, t-shirts, hoodies, whatever on my Spreadshirt. You can also buy them on my Facebook page, as I do have shirts with different type of logos. You can change the color of the logos. You can change the color of the shirt. I have hats and everything. So once you check that out, you can message me what do you want, what color you want, what hat you want, and I can get it shipped out to you. Also, I have over 1,000 videos on my channel. So if you like this video and you like my older videos, subscribe. But I also do make free agency videos, trade deadline videos, playoff predictions. And not only that, I do make discussions and top 10 lists and breakdowns of players, legends, and rookies, and even summer league coverage And if you want that every day, I do make videos every single day about the NBA. So if you love basketball, you can't get enough of it, you need that daily fix, this is the channel for you, as I do that every day. Other than that, thanks for watching. Quinn Wade Basketball signing out. Basketball Analysis signing out. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. When you subscribe, that helps the channel grow. If you share and like, more people can see it. The more people that see it, that's the more people it reach. The more people it reach, the more better it is for me, as I do not get paid for these videos. So the small little things like and subscribing helps the channel grow, and it helps the channel go in a positive and better direction. So something like that, so small, is something that can help me out so much. And other than that, hope you guys enjoy the day. I'll be back to y'all with another video Thursday, and get ready for the NBA Finals.